Welcome to the Sports Post Podcast. This is Jag Mangit for October the 7th, 2021. And I was just having my coffee this morning, and all of a sudden I get a tweet from good old Adrian Wojnarowski saying that there has been a defrauding in the NBA system or some sort of benefit program for $4 million from former NBA players. Now, who does there's a bunch of NBA players, but the notable ones that stand up for me are Big Baby Davis, Jamario Moon, Will Bynum, and Tony Allen. Like, two of those are from the Celtics back in the day. Yeah, I'll get into that in 2 seconds here. Let's just run through the scores tonight, last night. So, last night, Columbus, the red hot Columbus Blue Jackets, shout out to everybody in Columbus who keeps listening to my show. Columbus Blue Jackets defeated the Red Wings. They are 4-1 on the season. They're looking pretty damn good. Now tonight we get the Oilers taking on the Canucks, and we have the Senators taking on the Canadiens. NFL news, we have the Rams taking on the Seahawks, and the Seahawks are known as a wild card sleeper. Don't sleep on these guys. Got DK Metcalf, and you can't. They could go far in the playoffs. You never know. It depends on Russell Wilson, and he's one hell of a player. But can he take them to the promised land once again? Only one way to find out. In MLB news, the Dodgers defeated the Cardinals last night, and now you have the Chicago White Sox in action, and we'll see what happens in that news tonight. Also for the NBA, we have basically the Raptors taking on the Philadelphia 76ers in their rematch from game 1 of the preseason, and that's pretty good. Like I said, Raptors are a phenomenal team, young team, and they could go very far in the playoffs if coached well, because think about it this way, they don't have the proper center, but do they really need it? Now, I was telling Todd that basically back in the day when you had the Miami Heat team, and I'm not comparing the Miami Heat team to this team, but the way they were coached, they didn't really focus on a very offensive center. And Toronto Raptors picked up Precious from Miami. They got the Birch, and those guys are big guys, nice and good at rebounding, good at boxing out, good at defensive prowess on the boards. So that's what you need when you come to that, because you got a lot of players that can actually get the job done. Gary Trent Jr., you have Fred VanVleet, Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam. So you have the pieces there, and it's only a matter of time before you can tell that. So, let's talk about Kyrie Irving, because it's just the media is eating this stuff up, and even Toronto is on the record now saying that if you play and you're unvaccinated in the Toronto area, you could get fined or arrested, and I don't think that's going to stop Kyrie Irving. The only way Kyrie Irving is officially not going to is going to get vaccinated is because of Kevin Durant and James Harden. So that's the only way that he will get vaccinated. He's already got his mind made up, and quite frankly, the NBA, the media, and whatnot, they put a spin on things because they got nothing better to do to talk about it, and they don't really need Kyrie Irving at this point. and everybody's just blowing this whole thing out of proportion because they just need something to talk about. Kyrie Irving is just fine. The Nets are just fine. NBA media just gotta, you know, leave it alone for a bit and just chill out. So, like I said, Kyrie Irving, he's not sweating it. The Nets are not sweating it. Kevin Durant's not sweating it. James Harden's not sweating it, so it's not a big deal. Lakers lost last night, and they also lost Trevor Ariza to an injury last night. He's he'll be reevaluated in about 8 weeks. So it's just, when people say this is the most talented team, yeah, I get it because of their accolades in the past. But now you have a team that is significantly older than the rest of the league, and to keep up in speed on an 82 regular game season, that's pretty tough. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know how Frank Vogel's gonna coach them, but they got their work cut out ahead of them. And at the end of the day, you cannot just say that Lakers are gonna go far in the playoffs. It could be like, you know what I'm saying. It could be a potential finals matchup, Nets versus Lakers. But in order to get that, you need, like, they're built for the playoff season, but they're not built for an 82 game season because of all the speed, right? Full court transition offense and stuff. So basically, they have to keep up with the young guys, and who knows what's gonna happen. So it's just Lakers will try to keep up with the with the rest of the league, and like I said yesterday, the Phoenix Suns are a young team. They run and gun, and yeah, that's just the name of the game. And when it comes down to the NBA, Ben Simmons news, nothing new, same old stuff. Daryl Morey just sitting on his assets, and quite frankly, he doesn't have to pull a move off right away. He doesn't. If he was smart, he would, because he wants Philadelphia to exceed expectations and go far in the playoffs. But at the end of the day, he's not in a hurry, and Ben Simmons' training camp is just sitting there and just practicing and just chilling out. So this could go far, but like I said, I don't think it will go far. I think Daryl Morey pulls the trigger right before training camp ends. So I'm thinking around the 17th, 18th, he will get traded, if not before, and we'll see. So before that, before this whole rig around about the thing, whatever I mentioned, the NBA and the defrauding of the benefit program, which was very wrong. $4 million, and they could go to a prison. They could get fined. They could get they're not suspended. They're former NBA players, but Jamario Moon, Sebastian Telfair, I think the guy was in prison or something. He ended up with a gun or something. I'm not 100% sure. Big Baby Davis. Um, you know, it's just it's a pretty sad state of affair for them to go down that route. I know, as when you retire, you don't have that income coming in again, and well, if you don't save your money, but I can guarantee you that all these guys that I mentioned and plus more did not save their money, and now they're stuck. Therefore, they had to go to this route of defrauding the system for $4 million. So 18 people, divide that by $4 million. I don't know, not that much, right? Compared to the NBA lives. So all that just to defraud the system, horribly wrong. Look for them to get punished. Like I said, that's breaking news. You'll hear it all over the NBA. Not good. Tony Allen, like, I had respect for the guy. I had respect for Big Baby Davis, just because of the Celtic Laker games and stuff. But now it's kind of like, if it is in fact guilty, and in fact very true, what a sad state of affairs. What a sad way to go out. Clearly, they're not going to the Hall of Fame. Clearly, and it's pretty sad when you have to root to illegal choices, and frauding is one of the biggest ones. So I just hope this thing gets resolved and they learn their lesson, and it's a very sad state. This is Jag Maggot for the Sports Post podcast. It is October 7th, 2021.